My name is Mrs. Abide Memuitala. I think kids should not steal. They should respect their parents. They should do the right thing at the right time. When they are asked to read, they should read their books. They should not play while they are supposed to be reading. And they should respect their elders. A good child should wake up in the morning, take his or her bath, do what they are supposed to do at home, do the house chores. You don't need to run over your children, come and do this, come and do that before they know what they should do. So I think kids should respect their parents and do what they are asked to do. Kids, it depends on the age. Like from 0 age to 12 years, I don't advise a child to use an iron to iron their dress on their own. It's not proper. They should not handle such thing. Even the video CD and all that we have at home, it should be a limit. Thank God we have technology, we have remote control that we can use. They should not go near the appliances because it's very dangerous for them. So kids should not go near appliances, electrical appliances. No, it's not bad for them to play, but there should be limits to whatever they are doing. These children, if you allow them, if you give them too much of free hands, they misuse it. So that is why we should, encourage them. Once they play a little, they should take their books and read. It shouldn't be play. Even there is a saying that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And even at the same time, they should be serious and face their studies. They have their own, these kids, there are some little children that used to do some music that is good. And those, like my children, they love cartoon, and all that. But there should be limits. And we should try and teach them the way of the Lord. They should know God. That is the most important thing. Kids should wake up in the morning. They should say their prayers. Even at night, they should say their prayers before going to bed.
My name is Benjamin Chidonina. Things that I think and I believe that children will not do, because I have children. At least I have a baby in the house. Like particularly this particular film. That there's a normal film that a kid can watch, and there's a normal film that kid cannot watch. As an example, it's not that I'm reporting here, but my in-law were putting, I think, a lovely film like that. When I entered and I saw this film with my baby, my in-law, so I wasn't happy because of what that kind of film. Yes, it's only corrupt a little baby, and all these baby they are learning faster more than us. So I even caution her that at least next time, if you want to put this kind of film, don't allow this baby to watch it. This is one of example. And secondly, stubbornness. Children normally provoke we adults, and children normally make us too happy. So we parents have to caution them and let them know the particular thing they're supposed to do, and tell them things they're not supposed to do. And first that is corrupt children. So you have to know, we are parents supposed to know the particular place or the area that our children is going, and anything, our school and everything. This is what I wanted to say, sir. Music life, right? But there's a sort of music that children cannot listen, and there's some music children can listen, because in my church, children dance in the children dance, and that thing is music. And there's a gospel Christian music. that children can dance. And there's a normal music. This our Nigerian music that we like this. If you listen to it as an adult, but the word is there. The word is, they may like the melody, but the word is there. Maybe the children may not, yes, like it. So like that is, we're supposed to know the kind of the music that we expose our children to. Yes.
Which they are not of age to be doing. Like if you ask me, I will tell you most of these things come from the parents. When the parent doesn't monitor their children, it brings a lot of things that they will be doing, that when there is no one to control them, they go astray. Like this internet networking, you see them interacting without knowing the kind of friend that they meet on the net, and before you know it, they go beyond what you expect the children to know. And part of it is chatting friends that by the time they are corrupted, before the parents notice what is going on in them, they just find out they have gone beyond what you expect of them. And another one is boarding school. If you don't go to monitor them unexpected without even keeping them aware, you will not know what they are doing in school. We have some that jump over the fence. What I mean by jumping over the fence is they go out of fence, that is out of school, without through the fence without even knowing what is to come out of it. I have a sample that happened last month. A daughter of a very close sister to me, you see her, we call the school have said they have closed and they finished their exam and she's supposed to be at home, and unfortunately from Ilorin she had to cross to Osun State. So if not that we monitor that, you said you finish by Tuesday, you should be home by Wednesday, and we didn't see you. Before we know it, she said she will follow the friend to Osun State. At the end of the day, we find out that the friend is from a background that she herself have already gone beyond what we expected. So therefore we have to call her to order and dealt with her, discipline her, so that next time such thing will never happen. Because when we call for the person that is in charge of her in the school, he said, there is nothing I can do. Why? Because he is not the parent. And if we had refused monitoring her, we will not know she have gone beyond that, because whenever she comes home, she behaves as if, yes, she's a gentle person. So that is part of what makes them to go wrong. And when there is no one to correct them, you just see that before you know it, they have already dipped their hands into what they don't supposed to dip their hands into. And another one is you have to monitor the kind of films they watch and the kind of play they do, the kind of talk they make with friends, and the kind of things they do with friends. You have to know the kind of friends she keeps, so that by the time you see anything that is wrong, you have to make that correction right on the spot, so that before you notice any wrong thing, she also will know my parents are monitoring me, so I don't have to go astray, I don't have to do this. And if she knows, because I will say, let me just say, lack of discipline causes most of these things. Because if you know the kind of parents that you have, that they are disciplined parents, they have their policy, and the way you are brought up, you have to stick to that policy and it will help them. But unfortunately, the economic of Nigeria have already made the parents not to prepare themselves in monitoring the children. So that is part of those things that make the children, by the time I go my own way, the mommy go her own way. Before you comes back, you are tired and you went asleep. Before you know it, you don't know what they have done for the day. And at the end of the day, you just see that they have tampered with their action, with the thing that is in their mind, the discipline, the policy, and what he or she knows that my mommy must never see this, my daddy must never hear me doing this. If there is no fear, then let me just say lastly now is if the children, the parent does not input the fear of God in them, anywhere they go you will see it in them, they behave anyhow. But once you have input, as a parent, you input that fear of God in them, definitely whatever they want to do. There is one thing the Holy Spirit does. When you input it in them, they want to do anything, the Holy Spirit will just monitor them and tell them, don't do this because your daddy will not be happy if he hears it. Your mommy will not be happy. So therefore, the parents have a lot to do. Can you see? So with few points of mind, I think if we parents are eager to monitor these children, we will see that they are well brought up, and whatever life situation they find themselves, they will adapt to it. And remember, one thing is they don't tarnish that name. They don't plaster those names. They don't allow for any stain to be on that name. So I think that should be done for now.
Join us same time, same station next week. Bye.